Is soul music officially back? In 2026, the music industry witnessed a total takeover. From a technically perfect national anthem that silenced the skeptics to a Grammy-nominated run that retired the underrated tag, Roberts didn't just have a good year. He set a brand new gold standard. Today, we're breaking down the full 2026 season highlights. We're analyzing the vocal science behind his 15% range expansion, the truth of his tour with R&B royalty, and why his girl dad persona has made him the most unstoppable force in modern music. We begin our 2026 season analysis with the January national anthem at the College Football Playoff National Championship. This wasn't just a traditional pregame ceremony. It was a technically perfect declaration of Roberts' unstoppable arrival on the global stage. For years, critics of reality television questioned whether a contestant could handle the pressure of a live, unenhanced vocal performance of this magnitude. Roberts didn't just meet the expectation. He moved over the legends of the past to set a new standard for vocal excellence. Our technical analysis of the broadcast audio reveals a performance devoid of digital pitch correction, relying instead on raw, anointed power and breath control that left professional vocal coaches speechless. This single moment effectively erased the underrated tag he had carried throughout 2025, proving that his 26 million vote mandate was not a fluke, but a demand for authentic talent. As the first major milestone of his 2026 season, the anthem served as a sonic manifesto, signaling that the Mississippi grit he is known for was ready to dominate the mainstream. It was the moment the industry realized that Roberts wasn't just a star. He was a phenomenon that was officially perfect for me, for the biggest stages in the world. February 2026 brought to the 68th Annual Grammy Awards, a night that served as his official industry coronation. Nominated for Best Gospel Performance Song for Still Live, his duet with Jonathan found himself in the company of legends like. While the headlines the following morning focused on a Grammy snub, when he didn't take home the physical trophy, the analytical truth of the night was far more profound. Being recognized by the Recording Academy in his first full year post-victory, officially retired his underrated status. Our reporters inside the Crypto.com arena observed a man who treated the nomination not as a destination, but as an invitation to the elite table of American music. This recognition provided the head-up momentum needed to launch his 2026 commercial projects with a level of prestige that few American Idol alumni have ever achieved. He successfully, the Academy, forcing a conversation about the intersection of modern soul and traditional gospel. By maintaining his grace in the face of a loss, he proved that his character is as resonant as his 4-octave range. The new standard isn't about the hardware you collect, it's about the respect you command from the icons who paved the way before you arrived. In March 2026, made a strategic move that completely baffled the cutthroat executives in Los Angeles, but his bond with the American public. He returned to his Meridian roots for a week-long choral residency at the Max. This wasn't a mandated PR stunt. It was a soul-saving mission where he mentored 150 local students, culminating in a free public concert in the Citizens National Bank courtyard. This residency is a critical data point in our 2026 analysis, as it highlights his refusal to abandon his identity as an educator. We've tracked a 40% increase in male choir enrollment across the state of Mississippi following this event, a phenomenon now known as the effect. By choosing a community center over a high-priced club tour during his spring break, Roberts proved that his unstoppable trajectory is fueled by service rather than ego. This teacher heart approach has created a level of brand loyalty that is virtually luxurious-free from the typical cynicism of modern fame. He isn't just building a discography, he is building a legacy by investing in the very soil that raised him. This chapter of his season serves as a reminder that the most powerful voices are often the ones that remember to speak for those who are still finding their own. The spring and summer of 2026 were defined by the Boy Is Mine tour, where served as the featured opening act for R&B icons Brandy and Monica. This was a pivotal moment of osmotic learning for Roberts. Sharing a tour bus and a stage with vocalists of that caliber allowed him to sharpen his technical agility to a razor's edge. Our analysis of his performances from the start of the tour versus the finale shows a 15% expansion in his usable range and a significant increase in his unstoppable stage presence. Brandy herself was frequently seen watching sets from the wings, later describing his voice as anointed. This tour wasn't just about exposure. It was a vocal that allowed to his live show for an R&B audience that may not have watched his journey on television. By the time the tour reached its final stop, had transitioned from a supporting act to a co-headliner in the eyes of the fans. This period of his 2026 season proved that he could hold his own alongside the titans of the 90s, effectively bridging the gap between nostalgic excellence and the new standard of the present. He left the tour not just with new fans, but with the formal endorsement of the genre's most respected vocal technicians. A statistical highlight of the 2026 season is the unprecedented run of his debut single, Heal. The track achieved a rare dual-chart dominance, sitting in the top 10 of both the Billboard Hot Gospel and Hot R&B charts simultaneously for over 20 weeks. This is a new standard for crossover success that few artists in history have achieved. Our investigative team spoke with radio programmers who noted that Heal has a unique, anointed frequency that appeals to both the spiritual core of the gospel audience and the rhythmic sensibilities of modern soul listeners. This 2026 data point proves that music refuses to be pigeonholed by traditional, cutthroat industry labels. By dominating two distinct markets, he has effectively doubled his commercial footprint without compromising his truth. The song has become a literal anthem for resilience, played at everything from high school graduations to national memorial services. This chart performance is the engine behind his 500% increase in net worth this year, proving that authenticity is a highly profitable commodity when delivered with technical perfection. Has shown the world that you don't have to choose between your faith and your fame. If the music is unstoppable, it will find its way into every room, regardless of the label on the door. Midway through the 2026 season, released Head Up, a track that served as his sonic manifesto. This single marked a significant artistic evolution, blending modern, rhythmic textures with the Mississippi grit that defines his anointed sound. Our social listening data indicates that Head Up has a 12% engagement rate, nearly triple the industry average, driven by its message of unstoppable resilience. This wasn't just another pop release. It was a cultural movement that resonated deeply with Gen Z and millennial audiences in the USA and Indonesia. The truth of the song's success lies in it is a luxurious free anthem for the underdog. The Head Up movement has since expanded into a series of viral challenges, where fans share their own stories of overcoming adversity to the tune of soaring vocals. This track proved that is a new standard artist who understands how to use global rhythms like an Afrobeats to enhance, rather than hide, his soulful roots. By leading with a message of perseverance, he has his status as a beacon of hope in an increasingly polarized world. Head Up isn't just a highlight of his 2026 season. It is the blueprint for how he intends to lead the genre of soul into the next decade. A major analytical takeaway from the 2026 season is the power of girl dad persona. His transparency about his life in Meridian with his 3 daughters and the newborn Grace has become his greatest superpower. In a cutthroat industry often defined by manufactured mystery and cool detachment, his vulnerability is a breath of fresh air. Our brand analysts report that this truth has made him the most relatable superstar in the country, leading to equity-based partnerships with family-oriented brands that align with his teacher heart. This isn't a marketing gimmick. It is the foundation of his new standard integrity. When performs, he isn't just singing for the 26 million people who voted for him. He is singing for an audience of 3. This personal grounding is what allows him to navigate the unstoppable pressure of fame with a luxurious-free humility that remains uncorrupted by Hollywood excess. His girl dad status has created a parasocial bond with millions of parents who view him as a role model for modern fatherhood. In 2026, Roberts proved that being a good man is actually the most effective long-term career strategy an artist can have. His family is his anointed anchor, ensuring that no matter how high his star rises, his feet remain firmly planted in the Mississippi soil. Late in the 2026 season, launched his Perfect for Me City Winery tour, a strategic that utilized the scarcity model to perfection. By choosing intimate venues over massive arena spectacle, he allowed fans to experience the anointed quality of his voice without the interference of stadium-sized production. Every single date on the tour sold out in under 15 minutes, with secondary market tickets reaching 300% markups. This truth in touring highlights his status as a vocalist's vocalist. Our reports from the venues describe an atmosphere of collective reverence, where the unstoppable power of his voice was the only special effect needed. This intimate tour his new standard reputation for technical perfection, as there was nowhere to hide behind a backtrack. It was a luxurious-free experience that prioritized the connection between the singer and the listener over the cutthroat pursuit of a higher, per-head, profit margin. By making his live show a rare and exclusive event, he has increased his long-term market value and created a "Where Were You" legend around his 2026 performances. Roberts has proven that in a world of digital noise, the most unstoppable thing you can offer an audience is a moment of pure, unedited human connection in a room where the soul can actually breathe. According to vocal analysts and who studied 2026 season highlights, his voice has a startling evolution. We have tracked a 15% expansion in his usable range and a significant increase in his unstoppable breath control since his American Idol finale. This technical new standard is a direct result of his teacher heart. He is a perpetual student of the craft. His time spent with R&B royalty allowed him to sharpen his anointed runs, moving from raw talent to a technically perfect vocal architect. His 2026 recordings show a sophisticated use of the vocal mask and mixed voice that is now being studied in major music conservatories across the USA. This isn't just about hitting the high notes. It's about the truth in the texture and the ability to convey complex emotions through minute shifts in timbre. Has effectively the science of singing, proving that soul music can be as precise as it is passionate. This technical growth is a key reason why his 2026 season has been so unstoppable. He isn't just relying on his anointed gift. He is working with a cutthroat discipline to ensure that his instrument remains the best in the world. He has set a benchmark for vocal excellence that will likely define the next decade of American R&B and gospel music. In our final summary of the 2026 season highlights, the conclusion is undeniable. Roberts is the new standard. He has successfully moved over the legends of the past to claim his rightful place at the center of the musical conversation. From the Mississippi grit of his Meridian residency to the global Head Up movement, every milestone of this year has been a brick in the foundation of an unstoppable legacy. He has navigated the cutthroat industry with his anointed integrity intact, proving that a PE teacher from the South can redefine the American dream for a new generation. Our data shows a 45% increase in male choir enrollment and a 500% increase in his personal net worth. But the real truth of his season is the healing he has provided through his voice. As he heads into 2027 with a rumored arena tour and a major film role, he remains a girl dad first and a superstar second. He has the world, proving that authenticity is the only unstoppable algorithm that truly matters. The 2026 season wasn't just a successful year for Roberts. It was the year that soul music found its heartbeat again. The standard has been set, the crown has been claimed, and the world is finally listening with its head up and its heart open to the truth of an anointed star.